Last week, our two heroes unraveled the fabulous secrets of what is art. Now they are ready to take on the Titans. Traditional versus digital.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons. Even with beards and tattoos, you know they haven't changed at all. Failing sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook heroes, imagination burning. Sketchbook heroes, sketchbook hero pick up. Sketchbook heroes, they don't seem to have any life.
Welcome back to the Sketchbook Heroes.
Welcome.
What? What is that?
That was me saying welcome.
All right, man. Good to see you again, man.
Yeah,
It's
good to see
been
you.
all of one day
All of one day.
that we've been apart.
Never ever, my friend. Never apart. In the heart.
Yeah, we're butt brothers. No.
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I. I came up with it yesterday, and now we can't stop saying it at work. We are butt brothers.
But
No, we were talking about the thing at the gym where you sort of like you lean over, like you come out of the shower, and then you sort of like lean to take your stuff, and then the other guy behind you leans as well, and you sort of like your butts touch. And then we came up with the definition butt brothers. So yeah, that kind of stuck with us for everything.
butt bump me, man. Yeah,
bump.
bro. Butt bump.
Butt bumpers, the comic.
Oh, that's horrible.
It is. We have to cut this out, maybe.
No, you
No?
don't. I think
I'll
it's
cut
good.
this comment out.
No, don't cut it out. Leave it in.
What?
We leave it. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
so-
gym stories, bruh.
Gym stories. Yeah, I just recently started going to the gym again.
Sweet.
It sucks, man.
I never stopped, but I try not to stop. That is the key.
Well, you have the muscles. I need to grow them.
Yeah.
It hurts.
No, but that's what I mean. Dude, I'm in pain as well after being sick and going back. Ugh.
yeah.
But that's the key with everything. This is the last episode of the podcast. This will be key. If you do this, you don't have to listen ever again. Never fucking quit. Once you start something, never quit. Okay? If you do that, there's a very good chance that you'll be really good at what you do.
yeah.
So never stop, okay? Obsess,
It's like
and
the,
you'll get there, yeah.
the pop star movie. Have you seen it?
No.
With Andy
with-
Samberg.
Oh, shit. No. I don't even know what movie that is.
I think the punchline is something like that. It's like, never stop, never stopping. Something. don't stop, never stopping. I don't know.
That sounds very familiar, though.
Yeah.
That sounds very familiar.
It's a fantastic movie, actually. You should see it. Good.
We'll check it out.
Andy Samberg. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. Other than that, I would love to give a shout out again to King for lending us the gear and the studio.
The fantastic cubicle.
But then also the biggest hug ever. And love to Sebastian, who actually recorded our song and made it all possible.
Yeah, man. Amazing.
Yeah, he's helped us with setup and everything.
How can you not love that song?
Yeah. Anything that goes wrong within this podcast is our fault and not Sebastian's. All the good things are Sebastian.
Yeah, he's keeping us alive.
Yeah, and also making sure that we do the right things. Other than that, he actually, he wrote the whole song, and then I had to sing it. Oh, shit.
But it's actually amazing.
Yeah,
It
is pretty funny.
It's crazy. Like, none of us, like, everybody that knows Elias knows that he never stopped singing or talking or anything, but we never knew that he actually could sing for real. Like,
Semi-real.
because I would call that for real.
No, I call it semi-real.
It's really cool. Even the share parts.
Oh, yeah, those ones. But we took them out, most of them. Thank God.
But yeah, good job, man. For
Thanks,
real.
man. But the biggest prop still goes to Sebastian, man. God damn that kid.
Magic.
Free labor? No, just kidding. Yeah. Other than that, any news stories? Any train accidents, any art-related disasters?
No, not really. I think I just want to apologize in advance for maybe not having the super energy level today. I'm feeling a little bit sick. So if I sound down, it's because I pretty much am. I can feel my nose, like I'm getting the sexy phlegm. But yeah, no real funny stories. You? Anything good?
No, man. I'm pretty good. I'm just tired, as always. And I think... No. I'm just on the rebound from being sick.
Yeah.
For you, baby, I could be. And that is my Puss in Boots
I was
impression.
just going to say, nice one.
Nice. You noticed.
I noticed.
Aww. Mr. Sheffield. No, just kidding. That was garbage.
Oh, is that the nanny?
Yes. Mr. Sheffield. Oh, man. I remember, like, waking up in the morning and someone had turned on the TV and they just let it run.
Oh, yeah.
And you just heard her voice like, Mr. Sheffield. I don't remember her laugh.
I wonder if they based... Do you remember Janice from The Friends?
Yes, I remember Janice.
Do you think they based her off of...
Like,
Men?
yeah, we should do a spin-off. And then she was like, are you making fun of me? Oh, man, yeah, that. It's the same.
Yeah,
it's
exactly,
the same
right?
goddamn voice. Oh, Chandler, baby. And she's like,
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, man, that actually, her laugh reminds me of the laugh that Peter Griffin has in Family Guy. Like,
Oh, yeah.
hey, Brian. That sort of machine gun thing again.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that
man.
topic sort of leads us.
Yeah, to the epic Battle of the Titans.
Traditional versus digital. But yeah, we're doing that one.
Yeah, we're tackling it
We're tackling it.
head on.
You go up, I go down.
They don't seem to have any
I mean, you might get something out of this, you might not. This is a really big topic. I think it's good that we're tackling this pretty early on because
Yeah,
we're going to probably need to go back and forth with this throughout the entirety of our lives.
Yeah, and I guess that you and me are like a bit opposites here, where you're more of a traditionalist,
Yeah.
but you're a digitalist as well. And
Oh,
I
yeah,
am, or I was more a digitalist, and then I sort of find my way back to traditional.
Yeah.
But I appreciate them both, and they sort of carry each other. You know, like you get tired, you do the other one, and you
Yes,
back and
of
forth, and
That's exactly what I do. But yeah, I mean, I'll just go first, I guess.
yeah, whatever. Man. Just if you have something to say it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you pretty much brought me into the digital era, I guess. You bought the pen thing first.
Graphire 4.
Yeah. And then I bought my first Intuos 3 when I moved to Germany.
I remember that one.
And it was pretty much out of necessity that I got the digital stuff because I didn't have that much paper and pens and stuff when I moved to Germany. I didn't bring anything. So digital was just more handy.
Yeah.
So that's how that started pretty much. And you were doing it and I wanted to try it. And I hated it in the beginning. It was way too difficult trying to learn Photoshop and all this crazy madness. And then I started combining the two. So I drew line art and then scanned it and then colored it in and sort of learned that way. I still suck at coloring in stuff. It's really not what I'm good at. I can do it, but it's not good. And yeah, so I think from then on, I sort of went over more towards the digital and I learned how to sketch in Photoshop and produce actual artwork. And then been working with it pretty much ever since. But always sort of falling back to the traditional stuff all the time. So always jumping ship, I think. Never sticking with one thing for a long time.
But I see benefits in that more than I see like cons. Because I got the Graphire 4 from a guy at the Modern Museum that we mentioned on a previous episode.
Yeah.
Where I used to work as a janitor.
Last episode.
Yeah, exactly that one.
Yeah.
I remember.
Good.
I think. No. But this guy, I walked in like I was like cleaning out the garbage bins. And I was like, oh, that is awesome. He was doing this like vector illustration on a tablet.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to ask a lot of questions. I got to actually try it. He opened up Photoshop. He was like, yeah, man, give it a go. Do something. I drew an eye because pressure. I would have done something different. But yeah, that was like comfort zone stuff back then as well. And I was sold. And he was like, if you're interested, man, I can give you my old Graphite 4 for like 500 crowns, which is like $50. Like
Yeah, I guess.
550 bucks. No, $55. That's it.
Yeah.
Back then,
Pretty
okay?
much. 50 euros.
Yeah, 50 euros, give or take. Who cares? But yeah, I got it. Like, he just brought it the other day. And he was like, if you don't like it, I'll just give you the money back. But I was like, I tried it a couple of times. And I was like, pretty excited. But then I couldn't really produce anything, like, good with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I left it lying for 2 years.
Really?
Yeah. But then I went to, it was back in the day when the internet was slow. but it was still like, I went to Comics Heaven.
Yeah.
And I found this like sort of like little...
Shout out.
Yeah.
It's my favorite comic book
Yeah,
store.
I love it as well. Like, even if I don't buy anything, I just like going in and sort of knowing my way around it still.
The smell.
Yeah.
I love the smell. Sorry.
But it is inspiring to be there, like, even if you're not going to buy anything. And I got this, like, little CD that came with a book. I don't remember. I don't even know the name of the CD or the thing. But it was, like, how to color comics in Photoshop. And I got started. Super awesome, though. That's what got me into it. And at some point, I got more confident so that I could do work in it because it started looking better. And I think once Photoshop sort of like, I stopped using, color dodge, color burn, and all those effects, it started looking better. And I saw the benefits of just going digital.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to scan anything. I don't have to do anything. I can just paint. So I went from doing line art things to painting straight on the tablet.
Yeah.
So I discarded traditional. I was like, fuck you, traditional. I don't need you. And I just became a digitalist for years.
Yeah, I
just
remember.
discarded it. I was like, fuck that. I'm out. And you guys never did that, like you and Prakash, because we were all drawing at the time.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah, no. Like, for me, I don't know. It feels weird if I wouldn't have any paper and pens,
Mm-hmm.
like in Germany.
Yeah. I definitely
Like, it felt so wrong. Like, for instance, when I ran out of paper in Denmark when I was living there, and then I started drawing on the envelopes,
Oh, yeah, I remember.
I had a computer, and I had a tablet, and I had everything, but I just missed, putting pen on paper.
Yeah, I feel you.
So that's how the envelope project came to be.
Mm-hmm. We'll post pictures on sketchbookheroes.com.
Yes. And
I'll see if I can find some of my early
the digital stuff.
Ugh.
Don't you have it on DeviantArt?
Dude, I have earlier stuff than that. That is nothing. Like, DeviantArt is like,
Oh man,
I don't
I'm
know,
getting
like
flashes
2006. I have earlier.
now. I'm getting all those really nasty, ugly pictures.
Do you remember when Devil May Cry came out?
But the first time?
Yeah, the first
one.
game. Yeah, the first game.
Oh, I don't know, man. Early 2000?
2000?
Maybe 2004, maybe?
Yeah, it's like PlayStation 2, right?
Yeah.
Devil May Cry. Talk, Robert. I will do research.
I will talk.
I just remembered one of my first ones.
Yeah.
And I'm so embarrassed. Okay, Devil May Cry. Let's see. First game. Say something funny, Robert.
No, but you were talking.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, 2001. Okay,
2001.
Wow. Okay. So
Holy
around
moly.
2000 somewhere. No, actually, a bit later. But 2001-ish, 2-ish, somewhere around there.
Devil May Cry-ish.
Yes, somewhere around there. I painted him, Dante. And I used primarily color burn and color dodge
Sweet.
to get those awesome effects, bruh. I think I know where it is as well.
Really?
Yeah, I have a CD stash at home, you know, CDs that I never use. It's just like old music that we loved. Mm-hmm. And like I think I have like 3 ones with data in it.
Nice.
I have some selfies where I look like Link. And I have some some art. And I'll see if I can find that Devil May Cry one. It's garbage.
It's not ringing any bells. Like, I can't remember if you've actually
I
showed it to me.
posted it on
you did?
DeviantArt.
Yeah,
And then
you
at
did.
some point I was like, fuck no. Yeah, so it is.
I must have seen it.
You have seen it. It was just a man in a... I was aiming for a red leather jacket, but it looks more like a red latex jacket.
Sweet.
That's how I remember it now, at least.
That's what Dante wears.
Yeah.
You know?
Devil wears latex.
Devil will cry.
It's a definitive.
There's no question in there.
Oh, yeah, it was garbage. The devil did cry.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that concludes that story. No.
Nice one.
But I think, still, that is, like, you do learn a lot, though.
Yeah.
But you guys, you just went on with your traditional stuff. Damn. And then when social media kicked in,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw that you guys were getting like a better response than I was like, motherfuckers, they're drawing traditionally. And then you started doing like really good stuff in traditional. And Prakash was also doing like a lot of fun stuff with his traditional work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, motherfuckers, they're both like getting really good. You're like, sure, you weren't doing as much digital. I think Prakash just like stopped doing it. Like, he started like doing less of it.
Oh, yeah, no. I was
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
remember what he did digitally.
No, he did, like-
he did his comic stuff. I remember.
Yeah. But this is like a bit later when he started, because he did a lot of like self-portraits, like for I don't know how many days, but months. He just went like every day he drew a portrait.
Oh, it was the 1,000 portrait challenge.
Yeah, that thing. But you guys were just like spewing out stuff, and I was like, whoa, these are actually pretty good. And I hadn't, you know, like I'd done doodles and I've done some traditional stuff, but I hadn't really done anything for real. And you guys both just like, I felt a pang of jealousy, you know, like I was like, those motherfuckers, they're doing cool stuff traditionally. And I felt that I was sort of falling behind. So it was more of a selfish thing.
Well, it
but that's how
normally
it
is,
works, yeah.
always.
But it really is something that works for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like, if people say, like, okay, you and Robert are going to compete 500 meters run, I was like, I don't care.
And I'd win.
And now the competition starts.
Here we go.
But no. But you know, like in art, I'm sort of like, oh, he got better, motherfucker. I'm like, no, I'll spend 50 hours getting better.
Yeah.
You know, like. So I actually started drawing traditionally again, and then realized, holy shit, I'm pretty good at this. And this was just because I did so much in digital. And what it sort of, like the doors it opened for me was that I was not as afraid to make mistakes. Like, we didn't touch color before.
No.
Digital was like, hey, bro, slap some color onto that.
Yeah.
And then if you're not satisfied, change it.
Layers.
Yeah, exactly. Or not even that. You sort of like, you can lock the alpha and sort of paint over it, and just like, I don't like the yellow, I'll just make it green, and look, it works.
Yeah.
So I had, since I didn't have the traditional sort of like color wheel, you know, like learn the whole color thing. Color theory was the word, not wheel. Theory. Color theory. I sort of had to go on feel what I thought looked nice, and like, oh, okay, well, if you put some blue on, like light blue gray on red, it looks like this. If you do that, there's bounce light here, there's this, that. You could sort of like, you let the color theory sort of grow.
Yeah.
And understanding and everything, and then I could apply it on my traditional stuff without ever having to sort of try it. You just had to learn the tools a bit.
Yeah.
You made like a little mistake, you were like, oh fuck it, next time I'll use this and it'll work.
Yeah.
But that was my only problem. So my traditional art just like
Skyrocketed.
Yeah, it just skyrocketed, and it was such a delight that I sort of stopped doing digital for a while, and just like like enjoyed my success in the traditional stuff. And then I got bored of that. I was like, I want to do like something more, and then I went back to digital. But the sort of learning that you get between both is awesome, and you should never neglect that. I think.
Exactly. I think that's the key point, and we're gonna probably come back to this all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not a win for one or the other. I think it's all a win. The combination of it, it's. I don't know how to formulate myself here, but I think everybody understands what I mean. Just try everything, do everything. Don't limit yourself in any way.
Yeah.
Just go nuts. And like Ilya said, the digital stuff, it just allows you to go crazy without, ruining this epic painting you've been working on,
Yeah.
If you're doing a big oil painting, you don't just want to try this, because that's going to set you back, I don't know how many weeks of redoing stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's just, 5 clicks, Control Z in Photoshop, and you fixed your problem, if even that. So try both. If you're a newbie, you've never tried digital stuff, we highly recommend it, as you might understand.
You're learning basics, traditional basics, and then you have digital basics. I say you play with both.
Mm-hmm.
And you focus on the drawing part in your traditional stuff.
Yeah.
And then you transfer it to your digital stuff, and that is not to sort of learn to draw again. It's just to get used to Photoshop, how the digital medium acts, because you still have to draw. Digital art requires you to draw. It's you can have more shortcuts there, but some of the shortcuts in digital also work traditionally. You will notice.
Yeah, and that's a good point.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back to that soon.
And why I see benefits in learning both basics at the same time is sort of like if you get really good at traditional and then have to go digital and nothing, I think that gap is harder to fill mentally.
Yeah.
Because your mindset when you're super good at traditional.
Like, I got 8,000 followers on Instagram, and then I'm gonna do digital art, and then you're like, fuck,
And
I
you
suck.
Yeah. I think it's easier to suck at both and then sort of progress.
Yeah.
Because then you get Photoshop. You might not be as good depending on which one you spend more time on. But let's say that... This is hard to explain, sort of. But you have your traditional stuff, and you're pretty good. But then you also have the knowledge of how Photoshop works.
Exactly.
And you can sort of you don't have to figure that out when you're when you go digital again. Let's say you're a completed artist traditionally, which will never happen.
No.
But you're skilled enough to be confident in your traditional work. You can draw in front of people, you can sell your work, whatever.
Yeah.
But your digital stuff, you haven't really spent time drawing as much. But now you have the sort of your Photoshop basics, and you can take what you know traditionally and sort of go back to Photoshop again without feeling like a total stranger.
Yeah.
You don't have to learn where the brush setting is or anything, you just paint. You can focus on that part more. And I think it doesn't become a big gap in knowledge when you sort of flip to the other if you do them a bit hand in hand.
And that's what, because that's the way I paint.
Yeah.
In Photoshop, I do it just the same as I do any traditional type of thing. Normally, if I do a bigger piece, I use one layer. I don't color correct anything or anything like that much. I just see it as a pen and paper, but in the computer. So I have the option of, editing stuff. Or if I think, say I'm drawing a portrait, I'm not happy with the way the whole face came out, doesn't look the way I want it, I can go into Liquify and just
I haven't done that
stuff.
actually. Liquify is more for making funny photos for me.
No, but it's actually really good.
I know a lot of people that use it, but I've never.
It's because it doesn't. The smudge tool, it smudges, and when you liquefy, it keeps the same sharpness,
yeah.
you know, so it looks better. But yeah, for example, or a free transform or whatever, you know, it's easy to tweak these little small things like, oh, I need a little bit bigger nose. You just cut it out and enlarge or liquefy.
Yeah.
You know? That's pretty much how I use digital stuff.
Okay, yeah, I know.
But that's for myself.
No, but that's what I mean. It is fun because everyone has their own way. It doesn't matter if it's digital or traditional. They both require a set of skills, like basic skills.
Yeah, and this is what I wanted us to come back to.
Yeah.
That you touched upon a little bit. But is digital art? Like, is it art?
Yeah, but the best way to sort of describe that, I think, is people are like, oh, yes, we will get back to another. I'll have an anecdote for you after this. But yeah, if you can't draw for shit traditionally, the likelihood is that you suck at digital as well. Like you need to know something about drawing to go to the other one. I'm not talking about like. Digital work is pretty much the same thing. You have a pen, and since you can't like switch pens, you have that built in the brushes that you use.
Yeah.
And you have to know what the fuck you're doing.
Of course.
If you can't draw anatomy, it will not happen on digital.
No.
Like you have to sketch it or you have to paint it. You have to actually know what you're doing. If you don't know how to draw an eye, you will most likely not know how to draw an eye digitally either, because it's the same damn thing. And just to like touch up on how digital art is sort of like unfairly perceived by the unknowing public. I have a very famous Zelda piece that is being sold illegally now on some shop on the online. I got like someone wrote to me on Facebook that I don't know. So thanks, dude. And but I don't care. But the fun thing was that everyone was super impressed. It's garbage though, but
it's not garbage.
No, but it is like the lighting and everything. I just made it up. Like
it still looks good.
No,
I mean,
it
it's
does.
very old, so
it's not very old.
Shut up.
But yeah, let's not defend that piece of shit. I even had Nathan Fowkes sort of look at it and was like, "Yo, where is this light coming from?" I'm like, "Ha! Hey, man,
I'll just
buddy,
take that away." Yeah.
Yeah, for you who know who that is, you'll understand my embarrassment. But yeah, that image is super appreciated. And I'm not going to say names, but at my wife's job, you know, like where she works, not going to say where, people were super impressed, okay? They were like, oh my God, he's amazing. You know, everyone was super happy. And then they asked how I was, what sort of medium. Is that all it paints? Because I see like, I don't know how they talk there. But I'm just going to exaggerate for fun. And my wife said like, oh no, he does it on the computer, like in Photoshop. And they were like, oh, it's digital. Well, that's just pressing some buttons. What? What? Yeah, exactly. And that sort of like, it used to get to me, you know, like you got like frustrated, like what the fuck are these people talking about? Mm-hmm. But then I actually like newly acquired friends that we've had that don't do anything with art. Also, he works with planes, and he was like, oh shit, how do you do these? Like, how do you start? Like, where do you start? And I was like, how would you start on a piece of paper? And he was like, oh, you'd probably do like a little sketch, and then I was like, that's how you start. Mm-hmm. There is no difference. Yeah. Like the tools are different. Like they act a bit differently.
And you can save a bit of time doing it, you know.
Yeah, and you can sort of copy paste stuff, and you can do that.
But initially,
you have to sort of draw something, because if you're not drawing anything, nothing will appear. You can't press Control Alt Z Q, you know, just do the whole thing. I did a little thing here.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was the Q. But but you can't sort of like press shortcuts and the image sort of grows dynamically, you know. It's not a thing. You have to. So if you're listening to this podcast and you don't know what traditional art or digital art is, it's the same damn thing. You need some knowledge of drawing traditionally to sort of draw
Just more expensive pens.
Yeah, exactly. It's just more expensive to draw that way.
Yeah.
But you save on paper.
Yeah. But it's really interesting, like, thinking back to where we started off doing. They were using computers at the time, but for us,
but it wasn't
that
a world that we lived in.
No.
It wasn't like my dad didn't know anything about that.
So we did what every other person would do. You drew on paper with pencils and color pencils and all of this. And then they were published into really amazing greeting cards.
Yeah, greeting card.
First job. Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about that, have we?
Not yet, no.
We'll save that one for another one.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah,
Stay tuned.
But I think that's the difference between this generation as well.
Yeah, because they've grown up with it.
It's exactly.
So easily accessible. Like,
Yeah.
And
I
everybody
found out
has an
about this.
iPad, and
Yeah.
everybody has and that's also a new topic, a whole different level now with all the pads and tablets and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole different type of art, but still the same.
Because I was on the iPad for a while as well.
I know. You are the guru.
Yeah, I was.
Emoji sign. Boom.
But I really wanted sort of to have a digital tablet on the go. And also, I'm a bit proud of this, but I was one of the first early beta testers on Procreate, the app, like the early years. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. That's my man.
But I always loved
Butt
Procreate.
buddy.
It was butt buddy.
Oh yeah, butt bro. Sorry.
Butt bros. Butt buddy though, it was pretty good. And I loved the sort of like that I could take digital art with me. Another sort of step to kill this scanning stuff that everyone was doing. I never do that. I never scan it. I just photo it with my, like phone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love drawing on the iPad. It didn't even have like touch,
No.
or like pressure. Everyone was like, "Oh, what is the pressure? Does it have pressure?" I'm like, "What pressure exactly are you talking about?" Yeah, what is this pressure thing? And I learned to draw without the pressure.
I know, and it's so crazy impressive, man.
And-
it's so impressive. The stuff you did with no pressure.
But Procreate had the way of sort of
But nothing,
simulating it,
dude.
but nobody loved it. Nobody loved it. I was like, "This is
for
awesome."
days.
Yeah. but you learn, and I think the digital art, like if we're gonna like sort of bring it back to what we're saying, is that digital art gives you the confidence to do shit without the fear of failing.
Yeah.
Because if you fail digitally, you have unlimited tries.
Yeah.
Like you don't like that thing, recolor it, redraw it, like make another layer and paint over it. You don't have to erase anything either.
Just remember to save.
Yeah, saving is good. And now it has autosave, so that's good.
Yeah.
But for example, I was all about the color that we mentioned, like all about black and white, and then I got the confidence to do color. And I don't know where I'm going with this anymore because my brain is sort of shutting down.
It's too late.
It's too late for this podcast. But yeah, do both.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, that's
Should
what
we wrap it up with that?
I think that's if you're going to take anything away from all this babble.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's not a winning thing. Do both.
Do both.
Like, as much as you can, and everything, of course. Like, because anything you do that is art related will inspire you and teach you new things.
Yeah.
For me, like sculpting, for example, that's a whole different type of medium.
Ooh, we'll do that. We'll do an episode where we go from traditional sculpting to 3D. Mm-hmm. We can invite Mario from work.
Nice.
And we can sort of do
Compare a bit.
more. Yeah, but we can do like he can walk us through like how you can start like traditional and then just take it to 3D.
Very
What
nice.
do you guys think? Huh?
Yeah.
I know you love it.
If you like it, comment on our Facebook page or just go into sketchbookheroes.com.
That
That'll
is our
take you
Facebook.
straight to the Facebook page. Comment and tell us what you think, what you like, what you if you have anything that you want us to bring up in later episodes, anything. Sketchbookheroes.com. Write stuffs. But yeah.
And also ask a lot of questions about the topics that you want to sort of hear about, and questions that you have about art tools. If you've seen something on our Instagrams or our Twitter accounts, Facebook pages,
YouTube. Yeah, whatever.
RedTube, you know, whatever. Wherever you see our stuff, just comment. Just ask questions.
Especially if you see it on
Yeah,
that tube.
that too. Yeah, but just like, don't be afraid. Ask a lot of questions. We'll try to bring them up in the podcast. We'll even shout you out by name.
Yeah.
And
You want to be famous?
famous. We have 0 listeners.
Man, we're so tired today.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
And we didn't. Did we summarize?
Yeah. Try everything.
Try everything.
Is the big summarize
Oh,
thing.
sorry. That was Zootopia.
And yeah, just everything is art.
Everything is art.
Yeah.
So,
So if
Do
you're don't trash digital stuff just because you're a purist.
one final tip, even. Digital is gonna, like, more likely nowadays land you a job.
Yeah.
So learn both.
Oh, we haven't even covered that.
Yeah,
We
but
should
don't-
probably. Should we? Oh yeah, no.
No, we can cover skill sets and jobs on another one.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get the job
Yeah,
you want?
that's good.
So, just give both a chance. They're both very, good for you. Like, learn basics, then learn basics digitally, like hand in hand, sort of like you can most definitely put more love into one or the other,
Yeah.
whichever you prefer. I loved digital for a while, then I went traditional, and then I went back. You know, like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Learn both. One of them, like, we live in a digital world, and I'm a material girl. No, just kidding. But seriously, just give them both a chance. Don't be close-minded. Don't say, I only do black and white, or I only do, like, you can have a preference. That is all well. We all have them. I draw faces. Robert draws tons of faces. But don't limit yourself to that. Like,
No.
learn something else, because it might be a benefit to you, like, if you want to work with this.
Yeah.
If you just want to draw, like, oh, I just draw anime, Kuretake-san, and that is also awesome.
Yeah.
But if you want a job, you
need
sort of have to
be-
think outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for real. And I just wanted to touch on that, like, because I work as a tattoo artist, and I think a lot of people think that tattoo artists are pure traditionalists, but it's actually gone over digital, like, very, I'd say maybe 50-50 now of all the people I know are either or. But more and more are going over to the digital stuff. Like my friend Johan just bought himself an iPad now.
Really?
And he's always been a purist, traditional dude. And he's doing a lot of the mandala type stuff, the really ornamental, detailed
Yeah, I saw those
pieces.
God damn it, man.
He used to do those by hand, like, so he does maybe a quarter of the thing, but by hand. And now he has, this little app in the iPad, and he draws a whole thing in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you can just draw,
And
like,
it's
a
so
part of it. Yeah.
crazy detailed, and it looks amazing. And that's like
That is
really
awesome.
elevated his love for the.
Digital, yeah.
The-
And he can do it on the go, like, sort of bring it with him.
And
And
actually,
how.
he wants you to come and like teach him a few Procreate or stuff.
Yeah, definitely, man. We can set that up. We can sort of have.
Yeah, we can do a
an
give and
after-
take because
Yeah, exactly.
we need to bring him in and talk some tattoo stuff.
That would be super. We just need to sort of figure out the third mic problem that we're having.
Or we just share one.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
I am one mic guy. No, just kidding. No,
One
you
mic
are.
guy.
You're welcome, man.
One
we'll do
mic
the
guy.
Procreate thing.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's. Come on, guys. That name.
That name.
Yeah, we'll also have the Procreate guys come in.
Yeah.
At some point.
interview-
In when I say in.
Procreate in what? No.
No,
we're not
the
gonna
app.
do that. Yeah.
Procreate app. It's an iPad app for drawing. Check it out.
Sorry.
It's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. Cool.
Oh, by the way, for all of you that are thinking, there's a record feature in that app. You can play back your drawings.
And that's something that I'm really missing. I think
I am missing that in everything now.
You
Like,
have-
I loved it.
Don't you have that in Photoshop now, or is it something I've just heard?
No. You can have the sort of, Camtasia and some other things, and you can stream, but it's not like.
It doesn't record your.
No, the thing is, Procreate sort of sidetrack. Procreate records your brush strokes, So one, like consecutive stroke is one frame pretty much. And it sort of like puts them all together seamlessly. Like it doesn't affect your work. Like it doesn't make your drawing slower. It doesn't lag your brushes. It just takes down the brush strokes, and then you can play them back in like 1080 or something like that.
Amazing.
It's so good. Just make sure to not draw in, portrait mode. That means standing up, the iPad.
Yeah.
Because then you get those black edges, which is garbage.
You don't want that.
Yeah, it's like filming with your iPhone standing.
Yeah, I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
Or I hate when it does that itself.
Sometimes you think you have it, but it's a bit slanted.
I know.
The gyro thingy-majig feel thing, it does not recognize.
Very, very stupid. Yeah.
And that concludes.
yeah.
I think it concludes. I don't remember.
I think this is something that we're gonna bring up again and again, like
Yeah,
I said
exactly.
before. But
So just-
for now, I think
we're good, right?
we've dipped our toes. We've talked everything and nothing.
And then sidetracked a couple of times.
Yes. But yeah, I think for now, let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, man.
Everything is art.
Do both.
Do
all.
both.
Do all.
They don't seem to have any heroes.
Art stuffs that we use.
Tuli.
Toolies. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do we have today?
We have the Leuchtturm. Leuchtturm.
Leuchtturm.
Leuchtturm.
Leuchtturm.
Leuchtturm.
1917. 1917.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
In German-ish.
Oh man.
Well,
My German,
yeah.
it's gone.
It's like my Spanish, non-existent. Great. We've covered a couple. We've offended some countries. That's
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about Leuchtturm.
Leuchtturm. Yeah,
Leuchtturm.
it's a sketchbook.
Leuchttt. This is not my first language. And then we're also
I'm
going to talk
dyslexic.
about Copics. Not Copics. Copics. You cope your icks, whatever that means. Thanks for weird names, art supply people.
And markers, I guess.
Yeah, markers in general as well.
Yeah.
But
Mainly Copic.
we both use Cope.
Yeah, it's our preferred brand, I
Yeah.
would say.
And for me, it sort of comes with a couple of benefits that are sort of like that they have the interchangeable. Like you can change nibs when they get worn out. You have like a couple of choices. You have that weird stiff little one, the Copic, the regular ones, the weird one that you never use. You have that if you want. But then you have the brush, like the Copic sketch ones that have like elongated like brush, soft brush as well. It's pretty nice. And
I need to get more of those.
Yeah, I need to. I have like 400 of the normal ones
Yeah.
that I bought super cheap.
I have 3 of the brush ones.
Yeah, I have like few of the brush ones as well.
But they're really good. And it was actually Prakash who told me about them
Oh, really?
for the portrait stuff.
Oh,
He's like, yeah, you can. He thought that they were easier to blend.
Oh, they
And
depends
he,
on the paper.
he just
but
gave me
yeah.
a tip, like, you should try
I
blending
did
with
not
them.
know that.
So that's
cool,
why I
yeah.
went and bought the first 3 ones. You've talked about them too, but he sort of made me go and
he
buy them.
sold it better.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
he had a better pitch.
So I tried them,
Son
and
of a bitch, Prakash.
like I swear, within the first week they were bone dry. Like I just
Oh.
worn them so much. They were really good. But yeah, and then they became dry, obviously. So now I'm back to using the normal ones because
Yay! Yeah.
no money, no
Dude,
problems.
I buy refills like with every marker I buy. I just buy because they come with refill, and the refill tube is I don't know how much, but they last a long time. Like even if you sketch them out, like you just keep filling them
I
up.
still have my first refills.
Yeah, I haven't bought more refills
but
either.
they're almost dry now. But
Yeah, but the refills are awesome.
yeah, but that I think that is the biggest benefit.
Yeah, that's the only
refill.
reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I guess an extra benefit is that you don't like fucking just throw them away.
No.
You know, like like containers of empty pens just tossed away.
For one, they cost a lot of money. So
They
you
do
don't-
cost,
you
but
don't
I
want
think that
to
is
throw them
though
away.
why they're sort of expensive. They're the leading brand. They care about it. You can even buy this little thing that I got from a friend, the airbrush piece. It's not like
I really wanted to try
ideal.
that.
It's not ideal. Like sort of the canister that comes with them, so you can like bring it with you.
Yeah.
So you can just buy like air canisters, and sort of. But it's I don't think it's like I haven't sort of figured out how to make it even enough. But if you just want to do like the splatter effects that you like,
Yep.
and just add a bit to that, it's super nice.
Nice.
But I couldn't do precision stuff with it.
You can also just blow on them if.
Oh, you can, yeah. But that's pretty much what that one
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
You connect a pen to the edge
and
of,
then
of the There's like a little grip thing.
yeah.
You put the pen there, and then the air can like blows the like on the pen nib.
Oh,
the
so
the
you
thick one.
use the pen.
So you use the pen as sort of like the container of liquid, like you do in an airbrush. You know, you have that
Alright.
little thing. So
Yeah.
it does pretty much what you're saying.
Nice.
It's just really
but
hard
it's
to.
controlled then.
It is
because
controlled.
It is really hard to do. I don't know if any of you guys out there have tried it, but yeah, just because it's really difficult to see where you're blowing because
Yeah.
you need to be super close to the pen and super close to the painting, and it's like, yeah, it's risky business doing that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't do it that much. But
I would say the airbrush is pretty difficult to sort of nail as well. But if you have good sort of like cutouts that you can use sort of to get edges and stuff, I think it'll be awesomer.
yeah, and that's actually maybe derailing a little bit. But watching the Drew Struzan how to create
That guy.
when he
Love
does
Drew.
the Hellboy poster.
Yeah.
I think that's
Awesome.
the best guide to how you should use airbrush
Yeah.
techniques.
And also, if you don't know who Drew Struzan is,
You need to go hang yourself.
no, but the thing is,
sorry.
you do what? So violent. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm in
No.
a dark place. I'm very lonely.
No, but if you don't know who Drew Struzan is, it's like if you were born in the sort of like early like 80s and onward until like mid 90s, you know who it is.
Yeah, you've seen his art.
You've seen it without knowing it. If you've seen the cover of Back to the Future, Drew Struzan. If you've seen Big Trouble in Little China, that we've never touched upon, never, he drew it.
Of course.
Like he's done a lot of iconic.
Indiana
didn't he do
Jones.
Indiana Jones, definitely. But he's done Star Wars and Harry Potter stuff.
Yes.
So
oh my god.
yeah, he did
Harry
the
Potter.
covers for the early movies at least.
Yeah.
The first
No,
one.
he's done all of them, I think.
He has?
Yeah,
I thought he
but-
did like the two first or something.
But the thing is, he's a poster artist, so he
Yeah,
doesn't
no, he's
normally
definitely,
do the covers. Sometimes they choose his art for covers,
yeah.
mostly for like special edition type DVDs
Yeah, exactly.
or whatever. But posters, and that's he's my biggest fucking hero.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, Drew! If you were listening to this, which you are not, but if you were, I love you so much. There you go. I said it. I'm out. I'm totally gay for Drew Struzan.
It's cool though.
That's what I'm. Yeah. No, sorry, derail. But yeah, if you can find it, his his process of the Hellboy poster. I don't remember what it's called.
No, I don't know.
Making of.
Hey,
the
you can't
Hellboy poster.
not find it. It's the only movie
Yeah.
that is so like sort of into detail.
It's like 2 hours of
Yeah.
him just going through everything, every step of the way. How he starts, even how he puts on the first...
The gesso, the
yeah,
thing,
the
that-
gesso, exactly. How he, from the ground up, how he creates this amazing piece of Hellboy art.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't used.
I know. They use that weird Photoshop piece of
Garbage.
beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
Everything is not art. I am angry. No, but
But yeah. Sorry.
yeah.
So, yeah, that was my little derail of my super fan.
So back to Copic.
Exactly. Thanks. Yes. Back to
Oh
Copic.
yeah, shit. If you want to check out Copics being used in the right way, check out early stuff of Bouquet on Instagram. Well, she didn't just use Copics, but she's using markers. And also the guy, what is his name?
The guy from DeviantArt? No?
No. just check out Action Hank Beard or something like that. He's awesome.
Action Hank Beard.
Yeah, on Instagram. I think that's his handle. He does everything, like sort of. He does like game art, like fun game art, like fan art.
Yeah.
And or character fan art or whatever. But he does them all with Copics, and they're pretty like fun. Like it doesn't have, you don't have to like this stuff, but he uses them sort of like they look like prints.
Nice.
Super cool. And then Bouquet is Bokkei. It's a Swedish artist. She's a tattoo artist as well.
Is she?
Yes, from somewhere in Sweden. And I think her name is Maria or something like that. I don't remember her last name. But she's awesome. And when she does, like, it doesn't matter what sort of tools she has, she just does the best job of it. And we'll try to maybe have her on the podcast.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be pretty cool.
I'm
I'll
trying
reach
to
out to her.
remember.
But yeah, her early stuff, she did a lot of marker work, like portraits of people.
Yeah, because
and
now
so.
I only see the color pencil stuff.
Yeah, but oh man, they're good.
Yeah.
Because she does the sort of she uses pan pastels for the bottom that I'm thinking of buying. I've thought about it for years. I should probably buy them now, just to get you get that big smear out of the way, and then you can sort of go in to do the details.
Almost like digital work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you asked me how I did get the shading on that girl with the visor that I had as a back, that is exactly how I work.
Oh, okay.
So if I could just do that with pan pastels on traditional,
Nice.
would be awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah. So I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
But back to, like, if we'll put Copics aside, or should we? Do you have anything more to add to the Copic part?
No, I was trying to remember this artist name. I remember you always gave me
Tips
on different artists because you remember names and I don't.
I
never
don't
do.
remember the ones I want right now. Pressure.
Yeah, but this guy did a lot of really cool Copic art on DeviantArt back in the day. He did like turtles and he did a lot of Marvel stuff.
Oh my God,
guy.
Christopher Stevens.
There you go. Thank you.
Oh shit, yeah, Christopher Stevens is the god of Copics.
Exactly. I didn't want to,
And he does
brush
actually
past
mix
it.
in watercolor into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm sort of trying a little bit with
But
my
he's
stuff.
using Bristol board,
that
and it's a
explains
bit
it.
thicker, sturdier stuff.
But I actually think the Leuchtturm, the one that I have at least, I think it could work.
It is the awesomerest.
Yes.
And that's the other thing we're going to talk
Yes,
about.
the other thing.
Because they go hand in hand,
Very much.
like the hand and the glove.
The only, I think, I'm just going to jump into the negative thing straight away, is that I'm so used to drawing on the purpose with
Oh, dude,
that
yeah, don't get me started. On the tone paper.
Exactly.
Yep.
So it was really weird for me when I got the first Leuchtturm.
Yeah.
Going back to white paper again, that felt really strange. And I almost felt lost when I was going with Copics on white.
On white paper, yeah.
Yeah. But it's amazing. I
It
love
is.
it.
Yeah, because the Leuchtturm comes with like 180 gram paper.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is in
The
your
States.
equivalent
Yeah.
thing, but 180 grams is thick.
Yes. It can make that thunder noise when
Yeah,
you
exactly.
when
But
you
it's
flap it.
really nice.
Really, really good. So if you guys are listening, we like your stuff.
It's awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still pretty new to it, and I am still experimenting. Like I said, I want to try some watercolor stuff on it because I think it will be perfect.
Oh, dude.
Because it's just thick enough and it's just smooth enough
Yeah.
to get like perfect sort of
the
whatever.
paper, and the paper isn't treated with anything like moleskin. Is sort of the paper is
almost
treated
glossy almost.
Yeah, there's
but
something
it's-
on it, and it repels markers. Like you get grainy like colors. Like you get
Yeah,
that
if you
texture.
try to blend
and
it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you're drawing faces, you got people with like sort of eczema on their face or like 3rd-degree burns or something, like that you don't want.
Yeah.
Unless that is your desired effect. I drew a skull with the markers. Looked awesome. Drew a female face. Did not look as awesome,
Oh, okay, yeah.
She looked like a sort of like you do a face grind on concrete, sort of like like I love face grinds.
like Facebook
Yeah.
type of what did Facebook the type of blah blah map of Utah? What was it?
Oh shit!
The line
Yeah, I
from
don't
Deadpool?
remember. Yeah, I don't remember, but pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's not. But Leuchtturm is sort of like I bought my first one, the A6 one.
Mm-hmm.
I bought it just to do Inktober last year.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, it's magic. And I bought it in the store. I opened it up. I doodled a little face on the back. And I was like, I'll have the other one as well. Like they had the last one.
Yeah.
And when I bought the A4 one,
That's
I haven't
one that I
even
have.
used it yet. But I was like, I don't care what it costs. And he was like, yes, 70 crowns. I'm like, what? How he was like, oh yeah, it's the last one. We're just trying to get rid of him. Madness.
Crazy.
Yeah. Crazy
So cheap.
madness. Yeah, I got the first one, the small one for nothing. And then that one
$5.
for like, yeah. It was, and it's so good. Like the markers are very smooth on it. And it's just like, I would say there are just tiny differences. Because I love Bristol. But Bristol doesn't come in a sketchbook.
No.
But Bristol board, if you're drawing with Copics and you sort of want it to look awesome, use Bristol boards. They're awesome. It doesn't matter. I don't know if the brands matter that much. I have used like 2 different ones.
Well,
I don't
sometimes it
know
does.
Yeah, but when you use quality brands, I don't think it does matter.
No.
Like I have the one that I never remember and and oh shit, what is it called?
The one you don't remember?
The one I don't remember. That's the one. Yeah, that's. I actually don't remember any of them right now. But Bristol board,
Yeah.
by any brand that you sort of recognize, you can't go wrong.
No. And it just that's a good thing, I think, about spending a little bit more money on
Yeah.
stuff. It automatically elevates your art.
Yeah, it
Not
does.
all the time.
Not always.
obviously.
If you don't put time in your basics, it's gonna be shit no matter paper.
Yeah,
like no
of
matter.
course.
Because people always like ask me, they focus more on what art supplies I use than to sort of get useful tips like how do I learn this?
Yeah.
Or how would you approach this? Or like
Exactly.
something you can use.
It's like people think that it's magic in the pens that we
yeah,
use.
yeah, exactly.
You know, they're like, oh wow, what's that white pen?
Yeah, what's that white pen? Or like what sort of
What
like,
paper do you use?
Yeah, what paper do you use?
What
and
sketchbook?
what like hardness in your like I've seen people do like no matter the like I've seen people do stuff that looks ballpoint and is not.
Yeah.
And I think this is where you can sort of tie back to what we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Like without your basics, you can't draw on any type of like the paper doesn't matter. Traditional, digital, it doesn't matter.
No.
Tools aren't important unless you have some basics. They're fun to play around with, though.
Of
if
course.
you're that type of person.
Of course.
And I don't discourage people asking questions. I'm all for it. But the tools don't make the art. Like
No. It's the other way around.
Yeah. The art it's just an extension of what you know. And
Yeah. A good artist can do amazing stuff with nothing, pretty much.
But I do that with like when I draw with my kids. I usually use their tools.
Mm-hmm.
Like I use the crayons. I use the weird sort of markers that they have. The fiber tip sort of like markers that are weird, and you can't blend them for shit. And I still create sort of cool stuff with them. It doesn't matter.
But that also comes with time and
Of
practice
course, yeah.
and all of this. Like as soon as you see a pen stroke with something, your brain immediately tells you what you can use that sort of brush stroke.
Yeah,
for.
like the
Like,
way
you want this texture, like or
Yeah, I
whatever.
totally feel you. Like the way that medium acts, you know where to apply it. Not always, but you can sort of like, oh shit, I could probably do this.
Yeah,
like,
that'd look awesome if I did.
It's like the bro tip on the Copic.
Yeah.
Oh man, that fucker is awesome for everything. Like sketching, you get those like nice edges, and and in Photoshop you can sort of have like an angled brush that sort of cuts edges, and some people draw like that, and it's awesome.
That's why in Sketchbook for the Samsung or the Android,
your tablet.
and you have the Copic markers in.
Yeah, I know,
as built-in brushes.
Yeah, I know.
I love those.
But it's super cool that you can do that.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And also speaking about the brush tip, I love the semi-dry Copics as well. Like for sketching and stuff, it's amazing. So, and that's also such a great little plus. And that came out of necessity as well, because obviously I don't have refills for all of my Copics. But just like, okay, I don't have anything left in this, so and I'll just do this. And then it turned out to be a really cool little texture that you could use. Because you got it for free, because the brush gives you that. Whoop, done. Or the marker, I mean. So, yeah, really amazing. But summarizing, Leuchtturm, fantastic. Sketchbooks, really fair priced, I would say. Definitely.
I think they're worth the price. That's the thing. The thickness. And for people
I think they're cheap.
I think they're
the
cheaper.
quality.
I got them cheaper now because they were on sale, and I didn't know. I just
paid
took
full
them.
price, but it's
There you go.
still cheap,
Yeah,
I
cheap.
think, compared to other stuff that's really bad.
Yeah, definitely.
You have a fancy outside you have to pay for. not
I
the
don't,
inside.
or the brand or whatever. I also think they're fairly priced. And like we said, get the Leuchtturm sketchbooks if you want to try them out.
Yeah.
The papers are 180 grams, so you can keep an eye out for that, and you won't go wrong.
Yeah, they have a lot of different types.
Because they have tons, yeah. So just look for the ones called Leuchtturm 1917 sketchbooks and 180 gram paper. And what we said was that these go hand in hand with Copics or any other brand of markers that you prefer.
Yeah.
And one thing to keep in mind that I get asked a lot, and I don't really understand why people are asking me this, is like, do they bleed through? They're alcohol-based markers. They will bleed through your body if they could, you know. Like, they bleed through everything.
Yeah.
Like, they could almost bleed through cardboard. You know what I mean? Like, if you put enough of them.
I've actually done a full body paint thing, like on an actual body with Copics. Just speaking of bleed through bodies, but yes.
No, but
did,
but the thing is, you put that poison in people's bodies.
Yes.
No, but what the thing is, they will bleed through. And depending on your confidence, I think we touched upon this with your portraits that I was mentioning, like on the previous episode, is that that they will bleed through. And what you can do to prevent it going to the next page, if you aren't as confident as Robert is in his way of drawing portraits, you put another little piece of paper in there to sort of keep them more separated, but it'll definitely bleed through to the other side of the same arc that you're drawing on.
Yeah.
That will always happen. Like, you'd need to get elephant skin to sort of have it not pass.
Or like a plaster board.
Yeah, exactly. But it will pass, but I don't see the problem.
No.
Why would that matter?
I actually love turning the page over and looking at what's on the other side.
Yeah, and sometimes I even paint on that side.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, and the best thing about them bleeding through is sort of you learn that, oh shit, my eyes aren't symmetrical. So that is a very nice giveaway as well. Like, but the more confident you get with how you apply color, the more like confident strokes you do, the less bleed through.
Yeah.
At least on the next page.
Yeah, because actually I did the latest thing I did now, and I didn't think about it, but I was working on the Purper sketchbook, and when I was done with the portrait, I turned it over to see what it looked like, obviously.
Yeah.
But then I realized that my friend Stina from the studio had drawn this really cool piece she's working on in that book, and she wants to continue it, maybe. But I drawn right on top of that one without checking.
Whoops.
But no bleed through to the other page whatsoever. Not even a little.
Oh my god, like
drop.
the sweat before you turn it, like, oh my god, what have I done?
Yep. Oh,
Okay,
but it's
cool.
not, so that was perfectly safe. So nothing.
Sweet.
And that was a full portrait that I did for like. It took a lot longer than it normally did. So like 1.5 hours or
Yeah.
nothing. Fucking
That is
awesome.
cool.
That's quality.
Yeah.
I
And the
would say.
colors do blend well. Like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not,
yeah.
Because I know that Robert uses a lot of like black and white.
Yep.
But I've done a lot of color in mine, or like a lot of color. Who am I? I haven't done a lot of color. I did like 14, 16 days, 17 days of Inktober, I think. But I did some color. They don't pass through. Like I mean, they blend well. Sorry, I was
They
stuck
don't
on
pass.
No, they don't. They blend very nicely.
You cannot pass.
And
I had to.
you cannot pass. Oh man, that was from Dude, Where's My Car? If you don't know it,
Yes.
don't watch it. I
said brown.
I said brown. Oh, that guy is gorgeous. He's the best thing about that movie, I think.
Yeah,
And
for
the
sure.
sexist father, I guess.
Andy Dick.
But
Yeah,
man,
sorry.
but like getting back to the point, that was the colors blend well on Leuchtturm sketchbooks. Okay, you can
Yes.
get some really nice fades, just like you do on the Bristol boards that we mentioned.
Yes. And if you have tried it, if you don't agree with us, obviously comment, write what you think, anything.
Yeah, we're always open like for tips on other types of paper, and tools, pens, whatever.
Anything.
Yeah, except markers. We don't care. we
We're
found
set.
our
We're set.
we found our brand. No, but it is like I'd even try others, but I'm very satisfied with like being able to refill mine on the go and so
Yeah.
it's not likely that I would change.
No.
Also, I have 400 of them, so it's kind of starting
kinda
over.
stuck.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck. But to any other creative brands out there, if you want us to sort of like try your sketchbooks, your pens, your ballpoint pens, your brother's pens, no matter what it is, we can take those on. Like even if it's like if you give us something on loan and then we can send it back, but we can try it and sort of review it on the podcast, even post some on our page. And if you give us stuff like sketchbooks or pens, we can sort of like draw them. Like I'll do something in them, just try them out, a couple of pages. Robert will do some stuff in them, and then we can have a little giveaway to our listeners.
That would be great.
So you get a sketchbook with a couple of pages of art, and then we send it away
Yeah.
to our listeners. So to reach us, just send an email to hello@sketchbookheroes.com.
If you didn't hear it, it is hello@sketchbookheroes.com.
We're out!
Yeah, so please do. And we're back.
So the former thing, or you go, Robert.
What are we saying? Yeah, so this is the part where I love to talk. I love to talk because I need to talk. And no, I'm not going to do this.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie
calm
Chan.
down.
Yeah. But so it's time for the retro roulette. Yes.
So we now are going to shorten down to retros.
Yes, the retros. So today's topic, one of I think both of our absolute favorite shows ever.
It's not very old,
It's not very old, actually.
but it is sort of awesome.
Yeah, keep it nice and short.
Yeah, I don't remember when
But-
it came out.
It's a show called Samurai Champloo.
Champloo. Oh, I said it in the
Yeah, you did.
traditional Japanese English.
Yes, very good. So, for any of you anime geeks out there, you already know what this is all about. If you haven't seen this,
What are you doing listening to this garbage?
just go. Go get it
Turn
now.
this off and just go listen. No, pause this. Go listen, come back.
Yes.
Tell us.
And then tell us what you think on the Facebook page. Go into sketchbookheroes.com. They'll take you to the Facebook page, and you can just comment what you think right there.
Okay, the best thing about this show, except that it's like awesomely drawn, but it's anime, so you have to sort of, but keep an open mind.
Yeah.
It's an anime, okay, about samurais.
Yes, that's
Two
obvious.
Two samurais that sort of want to kick each other's ass.
And one not samurai girl who sort of brings...
Needs their help.
Yeah, she needs their help, but she sort of moves the story along.
Yeah.
Right? So without her, there is no story, there is
Yeah.
no Champloo.
And
But
she saves them just to get started. She saves them.
Yeah.
And now they're sort of like, they had to promise to help her before they kill each other.
yes. So that's the whole thing, and they're trying to help her find her father, who is a samurai that smells of
Sunflowers.
sunflowers. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What does a sunflower smell like, Ilias?
I have no idea, but
Neither
they're
do
looking
I.
for him.
That they're good and big and sunny.
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
They're looking for him.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. That's the basis of the
Yeah.
whole show. It's how many episodes?
26.
26.
26, and it's complete there.
Yeah,
They don't
it's
try
done.
to sort of earn money out of this.
And it's not an extra movie. There's
Yeah.
nothing like that. It's just pure awesomeness.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's
so
directed
good.
by Shinjiro Watanabe. And he's
Watanabe.
also done Cowboy Bebop, which is
Which
also
is-
a show
If
that
you haven't
is
seen that
awesome.
one, see it.
Yeah.
And these are pretty much like the anime shows that you need to watch
I
if
think
you
it
like
is a
anime.
must-see, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
They're like the classics. I
Yeah.
think Champloo has become one of those classics that you need to see.
I think so, and it's on a lot of top lists, I
Yeah.
think. But it has earned its place,
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
within the...
And a big thing to say that we sort of brushed by, but is that the whole theme of the show is like hip hop.
Hip-hop. Yeah, if you love hip-hop and swords,
That's it.
just look at it. Like, watch the show.
Because they've got some breakdancing in there, they've got some beatboxing, they've got some MCing, they've got the clothes, they've got
it's
graffiti,
so
they
well
got everything.
incorporated, right?
Yes.
Like, it's feudal Japan, like Edo period
the
or
Edo
something
period,
like that.
Yes.
And you have this sort of like hip-hop theme going through it, and it's so good.
And the music with Nuja bass.
Yeah, and
Oh, man.
rest in peace, though.
Yeah, rest in peace, for sure. But, like, seriously, it got to me so much, I was just about to say, herregud.
Yeah.
In Swedish. Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah.
No, but it's really, really good. We're running a little low on time. So I don't know how much we're gonna.
No, we're not going to
delve
deep
into.
dive into this because there's not a lot we can say without sort of spoiling the show for you.
No.
But it's well animated. It's fun. Like the dynamic of the character. One is like crazy renegade criminal sort of, and the other one is like a proper samurai.
Yes. Very.
But he's outcast,
Yes.
and that's pretty much it.
And.
So-
and it's so beautiful. Like, and it's one of those shows that you can just rewatch, and it never gets old.
Oh, I've seen it, dude.
Yeah, I don't know how many times.
But for all the skeptics, I have
Mm-hmm.
one thing before we move on. Is that if you're a skeptic, I had my wife watch it when she was at home sick and bored. And before all these good shows came on, you know, like Westworld and Game of Thrones and blah, blah, blah.
Taboo. Sorry.
Yeah, taboo. And
See it.
I just said, like, oh, watch this. Just, like, flip. Like, I know she won't appreciate the Japanese like I do. I was just, like, flip it to English and just watch it. Like, just, you know, like, watch it while you're... And even my wife that does not watch anime or pretty much any other cartoon except, like, the big famous ones, you know, from
The
Disney.
Ghibli. Or...
No, the Disney ones.
Oh, okay.
She even liked it.
There you go.
It's very well produced.
It's funny, good action,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
drama, got everything that you need, plus amazing animation.
Yeah, and then weird stuff that only gets lost in translation, but that
Yeah.
just adds to the whole
Yeah.
thing, okay?
And it does work, like you said, it actually does work in English.
It does
Like,
work in both languages.
I think the guys who voiced the English one
Mm-hmm.
really did a great job mimicking the Japanese, or I guess the voice director did a great job hiring good
yeah,
voices.
good voices, yeah.
Because if you flip the Mugen, which is the crazy samurai guy's
Yeah.
name, flip the Japanese to the English one, it's almost the same voice. Like,
I haven't noticed that, actually. I haven't seen the English one in forever.
I only actually I don't have the.
Oh, shit, maybe mine... No, mine has it in Japanese.
That's
and
right. No,
I only
say-
have
I
Swedish subtitles,
say-
yeah.
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 I only have
That's the
Japanese.
only complaint
don't-
I have.
I downloaded the English one. That's right.
Yeah.
And now I bought the one Japanese one. But yeah, amazing. Very, very, very good. If you're gonna take anything away with you from this episode, watch Samurai Champloo.
Yeah. And also, it has inspired us to draw more samurais.
Yeah, we did. Oh
We
yeah,
did
we
the
did that
challenge, yeah,
challenge.
yeah, it was-
That's
oh,
right.
man.
But we didn't even touch on the challenge when we talked about
we didn't
the
talk
digital
about,
stuff.
Yeah, but we can come back to that. We'll have like more
Oh, yeah,
questions
yeah,
about it. We can
that's-
always come back and touch upon that as well.
We'll save that for the next one.
Yeah.
Very good. But yeah,
It's a great show, and he, like we said before, did Cowboy Bebop before that.
I really want to see that again.
And Cowboy Bebop is sort of a space adventure thing with like a noir sort of feel.
Yeah.
Also worth checking
Like
out.
detective stories. But,
And that one is a bit calmer, like pacing wise.
Have
but I
you
think-
have you seen the movie The
Oh,
Cowboy
yeah. I've seen...
I haven't seen it,
Isn't
actually.
there 2 movies?
Maybe. But I think it's
But
just
maybe
one
it
that
is
is the
just
main
the
one.
one. Yeah, I don't remember now.
But it's supposed to be really good, I've heard.
No, it's really good. Especially the fight on
Yeah,
top of the...
it's
Mhm.
Just with his Bruce Lee style.
Yeah, it's so good. And he has like some sort of Taekwondo, Bruce Lee inspired stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's super weird because Bruce Lee wasn't doing any Taekwondo. But they've sort of... No, but that's what I'm saying. They're brilliant.
Yeah.
And it's so well produced. Love it.
Love it. And the soundtrack for Samurai Champloo is great.
It's a pretty nice listen.
Yeah.
Depending on what kind of music you like, but I'm open for everything.
Because
so.
it's really chilled. Some songs are a bit more actiony, but like most of the songs have a really nice flow and chill vibe to them.
Yeah, but with a modern touch, sort of,
Yeah.
because that's their thing.
Wicka wicka.
Oh, yeah, that's so good. When they go from like the modern era and sort of rewind back to the Edo period. It's so good.
Yeah.
Totally
fantastic.
worth watching, yeah.
Watch
If you're
it.
a skeptic, I love rock, but the stuff in this show it works, trust me.
Yeah, and if you like hip hop, which I do, you're gonna love this.
Yeah. And if you are a sexist son of a bitch, you should watch that other one, Afro Samurai.
I love that one too.
It is actually, it is like the effects and everything is pretty good.
Sam Jackson, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
amazing. Yeah.
With that, we conclude the retro.
The retro is outro.
Yeah. So we're on our outro.
Yeah.
The magical heroes are at the end of their quest. And we're not going to do that.
No.
But if you guys appreciate the show, or you think we have potential, but you sort of have some feedback, like, guys, could you talk less about narp, and then just give us that feedback on sketchbookheroes.com.
Yes, please.
And please ask questions. That's why we're here. That is like a main focus of this podcast, is to sort of talk about stuff. It doesn't matter like what level you are at. If you have questions, it can be like, how is it living in Sweden? How is it working in Sweden? You know, or where do I buy this pen? Or how do I draw with markers? Or how do I get started? You know, like it doesn't matter what the question is. As long as you think it's sort of like we can answer, and we will answer on the podcast.
Yes.
Or the Facebook page.
Yeah, we'll try at least.
We'll take the best questions onto the podcast and then answer all of them on Facebook.
Yes.
Sketchbookheroes.com.
Please visit us.
Yes. And I would love if you guys could take some time off to rate us on iTunes. The higher we rate, the more listeners we can help.
Yes.
And to find me, Ilias, you can go to @IliasPatlis, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. And I will reply on both places. So that is @IliasPatlis.
And if you want to talk to me or see my stuff or, I don't know, trash talk me, you can find me on the same media, that is Instagram and Twitter. And you go search for @Rob Ekblom. Ekblom.
Ekblom.
Ekblom. ROBEKBLOM. I know, it's a weird name. Don't make fun of me, please. They did in Disneyland. It still haunts me. They were like, Ekblom.
I want to see you go to Starbucks in any other country where they write your name on the mug.
No,
And
what
like
they're
Robert
gonna do?
Ekblom.
No, they're just gonna like hawk a loogie on the mug.
Yeah.
That's it.
Is that you? Loogie man?
We
No.
got mucus. Yeah. Rob Ekblom, social media. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
Arigatou gozaimashita!
Yes. Arigato.
Concludo. No, sorry. We'll cut that.
Yeah. We can't help ourselves. Sorry for being tired and sick.
to break free.
Really.
I want to break free. I want to break down.
Yeah. Rest in peace, George. No, that's not George Michael. Jesus.
No, it's the other George.
It's Queen.
It's Freddie Mercury, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know. See, that's how sick I am. Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna watch Cowboy Bebop, I think.
Butt buddies, unite!
Smack!